Hey everyone, welcome back to English Learning Key. I'm Anna.
And I'm David. Today, we're digging into something that seems simple, but is actually super useful. Talking about your daily routine in English.
Now, if you're learning English at a B1 level, this is a topic you've probably seen before. But what we're going to do today is go beyond the basics. We'll help you talk about your day like a real person, not like a robot reading from a grammar book.
Exactly. We're going to walk you through natural, clear ways to talk about what you do every day. Mornings, work, free time, evenings, and how to do it in a way that feels confident, not awkward.
You'll learn phrases, expressions, sentence patterns, and examples. We'll correct some common mistakes. And we'll even show you how to ask other people about their routines and keep the conversation going.
So let's get into it. First, we'll start by building the foundation. What kind of vocabulary and grammar you need to talk about your day.
And let's start with the present simple tense. This is the tense we use to talk about routines, habits, and things that happen regularly.
Here's the basic pattern. Subject plus base verb or base plus S for he, she, or it. So,
I wake up at 7. She goes to school at 8. We eat dinner at 6.
we don't say I am waking up at 7 when we talk about routine. That's a very common mistake. You use I am waking up when it's happening right now. But for regular activities, it's I wake up.
Now, let's go through a simple version of a routine. Try to listen for the structure and key verbs.
I usually wake up around 7. I get out of bed, brush my teeth, and take a quick shower. Then I make coffee and have a light breakfast, usually toast or cereal. I start work at 9, so I leave the house at 8:30. I take the train to the office. I work until 5:30, and then I go home. In the evening, I have dinner, relax a bit, and go to bed around 11.
You probably noticed that's all in present simple, and everything is in the order it happens. Morning, work, evening, night.
Exactly. So here's some key verbs for my routine. Wake up, get out of bed, brush teeth, take a shower, have breakfast, go to work, take the train, work, go home, have dinner, relax, go to bed.
Now, those are all very useful, but they're just the starting point. What makes your English sound natural is how you connect ideas and how you add detail.
Let's look at that.
Instead of just saying one sentence after another, like I get up, I eat, I go to work, you want to connect them smoothly. Here's some useful linking words and phrases. Then, after that, before that, usually, sometimes, on weekdays, on weekends, around a time, if I have time, when I'm done.
Here's an example using some of those. I usually wake up around 7. After that, I take a shower and make coffee. If I have time, I check the news before leaving for work. I normally leave the house at 8:30 and catch the train. On the train, I sometimes listen to a podcast or read a book.
That's still clear and easy to follow, but it sounds more like how people actually speak.
Let's help you build your own daily routine now. Think of your morning. What do you usually do after you wake up?
You can follow this structure. I wake up at, then after that I usually, around time, I leave home at.
Let's try an example together. I'll say a part and you finish the sentence out loud. I usually wake up at. After I get up, then around 8 o'clock, I get to work at. In the afternoon, I usually.
Practice saying it. If you need to, pause the video and write it out first.
Here's the thing. Your routine doesn't have to be exciting, but you can still make it sound interesting by adding small details.
Listen to this example. I get up at 6:30, but I usually stay in bed for a few minutes and check my phone. Then I finally drag myself out of bed, brush my teeth, and jump in the shower. I can't function without coffee, so I always make a cup before breakfast. If I have time, I stretch or go for a quick walk.
You see how that feels more alive? You're showing your personality, not just listing actions.
Let's go over a few mistakes that B1 learners often make when talking about daily routine. 1. Using present continuous for routines. I am eating breakfast at 7. I eat breakfast at 7. 2. Forgetting S for he, she, it. She wake up at 7. She wakes up at 7. 3. Misusing prepositions. I go work 9 o'clock. I go to work at 9 o'clock.
Fixing these little things makes a big difference. It helps your speech sound more confident and correct. All right, Anna, your turn. Walk us through your day, but naturally, like how you talk to a friend.
Okay, here we go. I get up around 6:45. I'm usually tired, so I take a few minutes to wake up before getting out of bed. Then I drink a big glass of water and go straight to the kitchen to make tea. I like quiet mornings, so I try not to check my phone right away. After breakfast, I get ready for work. I start at 9 and I work from home most days. I usually take a break around 1 for lunch. If the weather's nice, I go for a short walk. After work, I either cook something simple or meet a friend for dinner. I usually go to bed around 10:30 unless I stay up reading.
That was great. Notice the rhythm. Some short sentences, some longer ones. That variety makes it easier to listen to and more natural.
It's not just about talking about yourself. You also need to know how to ask others about their routines.
Here's some good questions. What time do you usually wake up? Do you have a morning routine? How do you get to work or school? What do you usually do after work? Do you do anything special on weekends? When do you usually go to bed?
These questions are useful for small talk, conversations at work, or meeting new people.
Just make sure you listen carefully. And if you want to keep the conversation going, ask follow-up questions. Oh, really? What kind of coffee do you like? Nice. Do you work from home every day? That sounds relaxing. Do you usually cook or eat out?
That's how real conversation works. You listen, react, and add your own experience. It's not just about asking or answering, it's about connecting.
Right. So if someone says, I wake up at 6 and go for a run, you could say, oh, wow, every day? That's impressive. How far do you usually run? Or, I wish I could do that. I always feel too tired in the morning.
That's how real conversation works. You listen, react, and add your own experience. It's not just about asking or answering, it's about connecting.
Right. Now let's talk about something a little different. Weekends and non-routine days. Your weekday routine might be the same most days, but your weekend, probably more relaxed or different.
So you'll want to learn how to talk about what you usually do on weekends. For example, on Saturdays, I usually sleep in. I try to do laundry and clean the house on the weekend. Sometimes I go out with friends or visit my family. If the weather's nice, I go for a hike or spend time outside. Sunday is my rest day. I mostly stay home and relax.
Here's a little tip. Adding time expressions like on Saturdays, in the afternoon, or from time to time makes your speech more detailed and fluent.
Let's try one more example of a full weekend routine.
All right, here's mine. On weekends, I usually wake up later, around 8:30 or 9. I make a big breakfast with eggs, toast, and coffee. Then I spend a bit of time cleaning the apartment or doing laundry. In the afternoon, I sometimes meet friends or go to the park. If I don't have plans, I'll read, watch a movie, or just chill at home. On Sundays, I like to cook something nice and prepare for the week ahead. And I also try to go to bed a bit earlier.
Sounds pretty relaxing.
Yeah, I try to keep weekends low stress. We all need that time to recharge.
And sometimes your routine changes. Maybe you have a new job. Maybe you're traveling. Maybe you're studying.
So let's talk about how to describe changes in your routine. Here's some useful phrases. These days, lately, I've been, I used to, but now my routine changed after.
Let's try an example. Before the pandemic, I used to take the train to work, but now I work from home, so my mornings are more relaxed. These days, I get up around 8 instead of 6, and I have time to make a proper breakfast.
That's clear, personal, and real. You're explaining how life changes routines and how to talk about it in English.
Let's try a short role play. Imagine we've just met at a language school or at work.
Okay, here we go. Hey, Anna. Nice to meet you. What's your daily routine like?
Hey, David. Nice to meet you too. My days are pretty simple. I usually wake up around 7, make tea, and check my emails before starting work. I work remotely, so I don't commute. After work, I try to go for a walk or do some yoga. What about you?
I wake up at 6:30 most days. I take the train to the office, and I'm usually there until 5 or so. After that, I just head home, cook dinner, and maybe watch something or read.
Sounds like a busy day. Do you work weekends too?
No, thankfully. I try to use weekends to relax or meet friends. You?
Same here. I love sleeping in on Saturdays.
This is a great way to practice real conversations. You can do it with a friend or even by yourself. Just imagine the questions and answer out loud.
Or write a dialogue like this and practice reading it. Let's look at some alternative verbs and expressions, because let's be honest, saying, I wake up, eat, go to work, gets repetitive.
Try these. Sleep in, wake up late. I love sleeping in on Sundays. Get ready. Prepare for the day. Shower, dress, etc. I get ready in about 20 minutes. Head out. Leave the house. I head out around 8:30. Commute. Travel to work or school. I commute by bus. Catch up on. Do things you didn't finish earlier. On weekends, I catch up on laundry and emails. Unwind. Relax. I usually unwind by watching a show. Crash. Go to bed suddenly when very tired. After a long day, I just crash.
Using these makes your English more colorful, more fluent.
Here's a challenge for you. Describe one day of your life from morning to night with as much detail as possible. Try using time expressions. At 7, after lunch, before bed. Linking words. Then, after that, later, usually. Small habits. Check your phone, stretch, journal, scroll social media. Emotions. Feel tired, get stressed, relax, enjoy.
Here's a sample to inspire you. I wake up at 6:30, but I usually hit snooze once or twice. I finally get up around 6:45 and go straight to the bathroom to brush my teeth and splash cold water on my face. Then I head to the kitchen, make a strong cup of coffee, and toast some bread. I check my schedule while eating, and by 7:30, I'm getting ready. I leave the house at 8, take the subway, and get to work around 9. Work is usually busy. I answer emails, join meetings, and try to focus as much as I can. Around 1, I grab lunch. Sometimes I bring it from home. Sometimes I go out. The afternoon is usually slower, but I push through until about 5:30. I get home at 6:15. I usually change into comfy clothes and make dinner. Something quick, like pasta or rice and veggies. After that, I like to unwind. I might call a friend, watch an episode of a series, or just scroll through my phone. I get ready for bed around 10, read a little bit, and lights out by 11.
All right, before we wrap this up, here are some tips to really master daily routine vocabulary. 1. Write your real routine down in English. Not just once, do it for weekdays, weekends, travel days. 2. Record yourself. Listen back and notice if your sentences sound natural. 3. Practice with a partner. Ask each other about your routines. 4. Use apps or flashcards for key verbs like wake up, get dressed, commute, etc. 5. Make it personal. Add your own details. Don't just copy examples. Make them true to your life.
Daily routines might sound boring, but being able to talk about them well shows confidence and fluency.
And the better you get at talking about your day, the easier it becomes to build conversation in English at work, at school, or just with new people.
So go ahead, write down your routine, speak it out loud, and post it in the comments. We'd love to read about what your day looks like.
And if you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a lesson.
Thanks for joining us today on English Learning Key.
We'll see you next time with more real, useful English you can use right away.
Take care and happy learning.